show you my toys.
Hey everybody, this is D Hunter bringing another action figure review. Today we're looking at the Neca Alien Resurrection Xenomorph Warrior. This is just a regular alien from the 4th Alien film. So let's go ahead and check out the figure and packaging here. As you can see, he's got the smooth dome, kind of brown tinted skin. In the film, they are very similar to the Alien vs. Predator alien, but there's some differences. I believe this to be the exact same alien for the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Superman vs. Alien set, and we will check that out in this video. So you can see him in there, tail curled up, traditional Xenomorph packaging. Xenomorph Warrior. Here he is on the side, kind of screaming, Alien Resurrection logo. Here he is on the other side, just sort of standing there. The bottom, we've got a barcode, as well as a bunch of credits. Then the back, here's the alien doing his thing, and then the other figures, which is Newborn, Ripley, and the alien. Surprised they don't show the Queen back there. And then I did end up getting 6 of these figures. Why, you might ask? Well, you gotta have a pack of Xenomorphs. I'm trying to get multiples from each of the film. In the actual film, I want to say there were maybe 12 of them that they had bred in the movie. I don't necessarily need 12 of them. 6 of them is more than enough, and it's going to make a really cool pack. And this figure came with a huge lot of figures from Amazon.com. I try to only buy from Amazon or eBay when I'm buying in multiples, because their shipping is something like $11 for one figure. For getting all 9 of these figures, it was only, I think, $16.99. The funny thing is, the same order on eBay was like $42 shipped. Kind of odd how their pricing is so inconsistent. And then once opening all 6 of them, this is how they were laid out in their packaging. Before I started moving around, I figured I'd take one little shot of this, all curled up. Alright, well now that we got this guy out of the package, here he is, standing in his most upright position. They don't come with any accessories, which is a little bit disappointing, but it's all good. It's a pretty large figure as it is. So let's take a look at him. You can see here in his face, looking pretty good. Lips kind of curled up, teeth out there. Clear, transparent dome. You can see kind of the skull on the inside. Tubes in the back. No center removable tube. Pretty skinny. Kind of reminds me of the Alien Covenant Xenomorph. This is how he stands straight up, although in the film he would probably have his legs bent in several different positions. Overall looking pretty cool. I'm sure there's some reused parts as well as some new parts. Overall, excited to add the 4th film Alien to the collection. And then yes, I did get 6 of these guys. Here they all are standing up. So now let's go ahead and check out the height of this figure. This is a NECA figure. NECA typically runs the 7-inch scale, which means a human about 6 foot tall might be 7 inches in this scale. Normally aliens are about 8.5 inches. So this guy here, he is standing in his most upright position, and in the film he never would have probably stood like this and been quite this tall. I like to kind of check them out at their most upright position, leaning against their tail. This guy here looks like he is sitting at just about 10 inches even from foot to top of head. Pretty large. So next let's check this guy's articulation. So starting with his head here, of course his head go around from side to side. His head can look down, really not too much, but it can look up quite a bit, kind of put him into that swimming sort of position like in the film. They're definitely increasing their head articulation over the years. Now this guy here, the San Diego Comic-Con version I had, I didn't even think his inner jaw came out, but it actually does. I'm having problems with some of the other aliens that I've received pulling his out. It's really designed terribly, but this one here is pretty loose. Of course, now that I need it to come out, it wants to give me problems. So here it is. I've kind of pushed it to the edge. And then yes, you can actually pull it out about that much. It's just designed horribly. It doesn't look like it'd come out. Looks like it's going to hit the teeth, not be able to come out. But if you work with it enough, heat it up, use tweezers, whatever you gotta do, it does come out. Then his jaw is hinged as well. Shoulders are a ball joint. They go out about a full 90 degrees. Mine were very stiff and had to be worked on. As you can see inside there. Of course, they go up, down, around, all that good stuff. Now, what I wanted to point out, I said earlier about the quality control, is on all 6 is mine. The elbows work double jointed, double swiveled, and nothing is stuck. That is truly unique. I've always had problems with aliens and their arms in the past. So, double jointed, you can see at the top, that's the top part moving, and then the bottom part can come up that far as well, combining about that far. There is a swivel at the top part and a swivel at the bottom part as well. Of course, his wrist, it can go around swivel, and it's hinged as well. Of course, his fingers are also hinged. Then he's got a ball joint here in the center. It can rotate around, and he can go forward and back a little bit as well. His legs are on a ball joint, so they can go out about that far. They got this little top piece here obstructing going any further. They can go forward and back. They're connected, but they can move independently as well. They can go out. So there's a ball joint here, but the leg can still move independently of it, as you can see here. Then they've got these double jointed knees. Here's the top part going back, and then the bottom part as well. And yes, there's a swivel at the top there. Then the next sort of set of knees, a little lower. There's a swivel inside, and they can go about that far in. Then his foot is on a ball joint, go around, it can rock, it can go up and down as well. There's toe articulation here too. Then of course his tail, it's articulated at the base here, and has a wire in it so you can hold any sort of pose you want it to be in. So next, let's see what reuse this guy has. As I recall, they use almost the exact same suits in Alien vs. Predator from Alien Resurrection. So here is the warrior from Alien vs. Predator. So let's start with the head here. I'll say that I do believe the heads are identical. You can actually see all the different little details there are exactly the same. The lip kind of curled up, the teeth definitely share the same head. So let's check out their arms now. The top part of their arms are the same, and the lower part is a little bit different. Their hands are different as well. Their chest area, definitely the same. Tubes on the back, the same. The bottom stomach area, same as well. Their legs do appear to be different, and as I go lower, even more different. Their feet are definitely the same, and their tails, I would say their tails are the same as well. So these guys share the exact same body, minus the forearm part here, the hands, and then the entire leg setup. Beyond that, they are the same. This guy is a really nice figure though. Next, let's check this guy out compared to some other action figures, starting with some other Alien Resurrection figures. Here he is next to the other figure in the wave. This is Ripley 8, Series 14. This is NECA's first Alien wave that didn't have 3 figures. The newborn was pretty big, so they had to release it as a deluxe and didn't make the wave. The only other thing they could have done is giving you a battle damage xenomorph, and honestly I'm kind of glad they didn't. I'm not super fond of those battle damage ones. It's almost like they're forcing you to buy something that you don't really want or need that bad. As you can see, this xenomorph towers above Ripley 8. And then here are all the figures I got from Series 14. And then here's this guy compared to the newborn, which is an absolutely massive, tall, lanky figure. But the Alien Resurrection Warrior is pretty tall as well. And then here he is next to the Alien Resurrection Queen in her most upright position. As you can see, she stands at least 2 times as tall as him. And then here she is next to the entire hive of regular aliens from Alien Resurrection. Gotta protect the queen. Add the newborn to the mix and you've got a big group of gruesome creatures. Unfortunately, in the movie, the newborn never accepted his place in the hive and turned against his own mother. And then here's NECA's entire Alien Resurrection collection. We've got a total of 4 figures. The Giant Queen, the Deluxe Newborn, Ripley 8, and the Xenomorph Warrior. I believe NECA's actually concluded their Alien Resurrection collection. I would be happy to be pleasantly surprised if they release anything in the future. I don't really know what they could release. Don't get me wrong, I would absolutely love Cal or Johnner or Christy or any of the guys from the film. I would actually love to put that team together, but I don't think they're ever going to do that. We might get like a battle-damaged Xenomorph. I don't really want that either. One thing I think would be really cool if they made would be an accessory set that came with Ripley's 1 through 7, but I think that might be too gruesome even for NECA to make. And then here he is next to my entire NECA Alien Resurrection collection. I went all out, army building at its finest, love the Xenomorphs. Probably could have done without the second newborn, but I've gotten pretty much 2 of every alien figure they've made, with the exceptions, of course, with figures like the Queen. And then here he is next to a couple of McFarlane Alien Resurrection Warriors. I've had these guys for a really long time. Been waiting for NECA to finally make theirs. I was pretty happy when I bought 2 of these guys. They were sort of different paint jobs. The one on the left is brown, the one on the right is a little bit more darker and blackish. Add a little variation to my hive. So, as you can see, the detailing is considerably better on the new guy. There are their heads compared. I mean, the old one's nice for what it is, but definitely a big upgrade here. I mean, look at the chest area, the hands. I mean, the articulation alone makes such a big difference. This guy's hands are sort of stuck in this awful pose. So are his legs sort of stuck like this. I mean, he is nice for what he is. This was well over 10 years ago, so you've got to give McFarlane their props. And then here he is next to Hasbro's Alien Resurrection collection. This is way more dated than the McFarlane ones. These figures honestly kind of awful to today's standards, but they were really cool back then. I bought the Xenomorph, which was closest to the normal colors I could find from that line. And then Cal, Ripley, and the newborn. I would love it if they made a Cal figure, but don't really expect them to do that. Who knows what the future will bring, though. And then here he is next to the San Diego Comic-Con Superman vs. Alien 2-pack. These guys are off the Alien Resurrection body, but are painted quite a bit differently. As you can see here, their heads are the same. We've got the light brown on this guy, and then a purple tint on this guy here. Their tubes are the same in the back. Their chests are the same. They are definitely the same body. One thing I always thought was pretty cool about this guy, he had a kind of a nice little teal tint to his tail, which is kind of different. So let's continue to look at him next to some recently released Alien figures. This is the 2017 Alien Club exclusive figure. Here he is next to the Alien 3 Creature Pack. Here he's next to the 3 Alien figures from the 1994 Alien vs. Predator arcade game wave. And so this Alien was Series 14 with Ripley. Here he is next to Series 13. This is a Kenner homage wave with the Scorpion Alien, Kenner Apone, and the Snake Alien. Now, NECA hasn't officially said what Series 15 is going to be. We do know the next sort of stuff they're going to be making is the Deluxe Alien 3 Ultimate Dog Alien, then an Ultimate Big Chap for the Alien, the first film's 40th anniversary. They're also making a Brent and Parker from that film, and possibly some more stuff. I'm not sure if that will be Series 15, or if that's going to be a separate one-off 40th anniversary collection. That's kind of what I'm hoping. If that's the case, I'm anticipating Series 15 to be Aliens vs. Predator Requiem, giving us the warrior and the pred alien. But who knows? We will see. I believe they said they're going to be making Kenner homage waves every 3 waves, which means the next wave should not be a Kenner wave. Series 16 should be. That should coincide when the Ultimate Deluxe Rhino Alien comes out. Next, I'd like to check this guy out compared to all the Alien figures from various Alien films. Starting with the first Alien film, this is the Big Chap. They're going to be re-releasing this guy in Ultimate format. I believe he's scheduled to be released in November. Cannot wait for that. Here he is next to a couple of Ultimate Xenomorphs from the 1986 film Aliens. Here he is next to a couple of Dog Aliens from Alien 3. This is both a gray and brown version. One on all fours and one standing upright. As you can see, he's the same height as the Alien Resurrection Warrior. And of course, here he is with the Alien Resurrection Warriors. Here he is next to the Grid Alien and a couple of Warriors from Alien vs. Predator. And then here he is next to the Pred Alien and Alien Warrior from Aliens vs. Predator Requiem. We know that NECA is working on an Ultimate Chet, which is the Pred Alien, as well as a revamped Warrior. These 2 figures were from an Alien series that predated the first wave of the current Alien line. Here he is next to a couple of Deacons from Prometheus. Here he is next to a couple of Alien Warriors from Alien Covenant. Then here he is next to a couple of Engineers from Prometheus. Here he is next to a couple of Ultimate Predators. This is the Ultimate Jungle Hunter and Ultimate City Hunter. Here he is next to some various human figures from NECA's Alien and Predator lines. And then here's a whole bunch of Weyland-Yutani troops being overrun by these Alien Resurrection Xenomorphs. I don't care what the movie says, Weyland-Yutani did not get bought out by Walmart. It's ridiculous. They're still around doing their thing. I'm sure the Weyland-Yutani guys were hoping for an outcome like this, able to do more experimentations, maybe breed Ripley 9, who knows. Now I must say I like this figure quite a bit. He's a very solid figure. NECA has been steadily increasing their quality of figures in Alien and Predator over the years. So if I were to rate this figure, I'd give him an 8 out of 10. I think he's a very strong version of what we saw in the movie. Translate to action figure form. Don't get me wrong, it's not the best movie, it's not the best alien design, kind of a little bit reminiscent of a dinosaur in some ways, but the figure is executed with excellence. So this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say about the video, add it to the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate when you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll talk to you guys real soon.